Hey everyone, Casey here, and for this video, we wanted to take a look back at one of our favorite relationship in the show Star Wars Rebels, Kanan Jarrus and Hera Syndulla. Yeah, we ship it. From the beginning, it appeared that there was definitely something going on between these two rebel heroes. There appeared to be a connection that was much greater than mere friendship, and we think when all is said and done, this will definitely go down as one of the all-time great Star Wars romantic pairings, right up there with Han Leia. So here are the top 5 reasons we love the Hera and Kanan pairing in Star Wars Rebels. Kanan and Hera would not share their first official on-screen kiss together until episode 7 of season 4, Kindred. But was that really their first kiss together? From the first episode on, the two appeared definitely to have a relationship, not just based on the writing, but with character animation and body language as well, that appeared to be more than just platonic mutual affection. There definitely seemed to be some romance going on there. Maybe it was animators who understood the relationship more than the writing team and took the relationship a little bit further than intended, but it definitely always came across that Hera and Kanan had a relationship that was more than just friendship or comrades in arms. Case in point, Hera frequently refers to Kanan with love as a term of endearment. In general, sometimes people use love as a generic term of endearment as a way to address a close friend, but Hera definitely wasn't one to throw around that term so casually with anyone else, and she only used it when speaking to Kanan and not with Ezra, Sabine, Zeb, or Chopper. The only person Hera ever called love throughout the series was Kanan, and Kanan only, and she didn't use that term again with anyone else. Besides that, you could find numerous examples throughout the series of intriguing closeness shared by Ezra and Kanan. Regardless, we think one reason this romance worked is that there was clearly mutual affection and romance between the two. Additionally, all of that was executed without tons of painful will they or won't they suspense. You know, the typical TV show conventions, how the writers think of kind of contrived reasons for keeping the main pairing apart just to create that, you know, kind of fake conflict, or they'll have them get together and only to get bored of each other like really quickly, that kind of stuff. Then they'll come up with reasons to break them up and all that stuff. And thankfully we never had to go through any of that with these two. And it was definitely more on the subtle side, but clearly it worked. 'Cause we love it! It was really in the very first episode of Star Wars Rebels that the Ghost Crew were referenced by Sabine as being like a family. Kanan and Hera take that relationship dynamic a step further, effectively acting as the parental units of this ragtag group of heroes. It's a dynamic that works. The whole crew cares for each other in their own way, but Hera and Kanan work remarkably well as the heads of this weird yet interesting family unit. Even Kanan acknowledges the implication when in episode 3 he says,
"I have to admit, it's a lot more peaceful aboard with the kids gone."
Not to mention Ezra and Sabine are very much like the maturing teenagers of the group. So that time when Sabine has to go away to be with her real family for a while, it's sort of like the adult daughter growing up and going off to school. Papa Kanan and Mama Hera is yet another part of this relationship dynamic that we really love about Star Wars Rebels. In the second season episode of Star Wars Rebels, Homecoming, we finally get to meet Hera's father, Cham Syndulla, for the first time. It's the same for the rest of the Ghost Crew, especially with Kanan, who has never met the senior Syndulla. Kanan's nervous attitude about dealing with Cham is highly reminiscent to a boyfriend meeting a prospective future father-in-law for the first time on an outing to meet his significant other's parents. He's so neurotic about the meeting that he's getting Ezra to check over his appearance and try to make sure everyone looks their best to set a good impression. Kanan only acts like that when he was meeting Hera's father for the first time because he's in love with her, of course. Anyway, this is definitely one of our favorite moments between the two. When you look at the hierarchy of the Ghost Crew, it definitely falls to Hera. Why? She's the captain of the Ghost, of course. The Ghost is her ship. After the crew becomes a part of the wider Rebel Alliance, Hera is promoted as the general of the Rebel fleet. In such stories, it's not a dynamic you see very often, with the female character as the de facto leader of the group over the male. However, Kanan is clearly not uncomfortable with following Hera's lead when she takes points on missions. While he did take issue with joining a wider military effort at first, due to his bad memories of the Clone Wars, he did come around. But Kanan always respected Hera's knowledge and strategic planning as a military leader, and he respected her chain of command as the captain of the Ghost. It's representative of the two's deeper affection, intimacy, and appreciation for one another that this was never a source of forced, convoluted, dramatic tension between the two, and it's something fictional narratives often do in film and TV, and so that made this Star Wars Rebels relationship so very refreshing. If you've been keeping up with Star Wars Rebels Season 4, then you might know that there's a bit of tragedy in store for our beloved heroes. But such tragic moments only underscore the beauty of such a romantic pairing. We never really got to see the first real on-screen kiss for Hera and Kanan until midway through the 4th season with episode Kindred. The very first almost kiss moment for Kanan and Hera was way back in the animated Rebels prequel short, The Machine and the Ghost. In that short, the two almost shared a kiss before they are promptly interrupted by Chopper. And then the series followed with all of the romantic moments and hints between the two that we kind of already covered, but it wasn't until episode 10 of season 4, Jedi Knight, that Hera finally confessed that she was in love with Kanan, and the two shared another romantic kiss. But then Kanan was engulfed in an explosion. In his final act, Kanan saved Hera and Ezra from being engulfed in the explosion as well. And so Kanan rejoined the cosmic force, never again to be reunited with Hera. Tragic? Yes. Sad? Devastatingly so. But is it emotional, powerful, and poignant? Most definitely. That's great storytelling at its finest. The phrase, all the feels, definitely applies when it concerns Kanan and Hera. And those were the top 5 reasons why we love the Kanan and Hera pairing in Star Wars Rebels. In conclusion, for Hera and Kanan, yeah, again, we ship it, but of course that's just our opinion. What do you think about the Hera and Kanan relationship dynamic? Are you happy with the way things went between them in the 4th season? I mean, are we wrong in our assertion that there was more to the relationship than what was usually shown on screen? Or was it a case of simply what you see is what you get? Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Once again, I'm Casey, and until next time, keep on shipping.